$5,000, 5,000 just once into the individual review transfer 5,000. Continue with the standard. Going through it slow. All right, so as you guys can see, it said deposit initiated. All right, so this sets the account over $40,000. We're currently sitting at $41,913. What's going on, YouTube? It's O'Neil from Tapped In with O'Neil. And as you guys can see from the title of the video, we're going to be dumping $5,000 into the account. Now, I do want to preface this by saying that this isn't going to be an every week thing. We're still going to do the $1,000 weekly investment, but this day, or this week I should say, we're going to be dumping $5,000 instead. So next week we'll be going back to the regular $1,000 investment, but just something special for this week. We're going to be dumping $5,000 into the account and seeing how fast we can grow the account, and see what we can do. You know, what trades we can make this week, and how, you know, if we can make the account grow even faster with this new dump. So without further ado, we're going to hop right into the video and show you guys an update on the account and go from there. All right, so as you guys can see, the account is sitting at $36,926.97 to be exact. Well, we just went down about 6 cents. But yeah, this is what the account is sitting at right now, and this is what it's looking like. I'm not gonna waste any time. We'll show you how much we're down on the week. We're down $90 on the day because crypto is trading, and up nearly $600 at $590.60 to be exact. That just changed. But yeah, without further ado, let's just go right into it and show you guys what we're looking at, and then we'll do our weekly investment special for this week with the 5K. So the individual cash is at $0, you know, obviously because we're utilizing margin. Our margin total is at $29,000. I know you guys can see the buying power is at $22,000. But we're currently using $6,500 in margin, and we have a pending order. I'm not too sure about what the pending order is, but I do know that the margin being used is specifically for the Snap shares and the YMAX shares that I've been assigned. So I'm going to be selling calls on those shares, or well, I will be selling calls for the Snap shares, and for the YMAX shares, I'll just be getting rid of those myself when it gets closer to the $13 strike price. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and do our investment. Okay, so go right here and then into the individual. And all right, so now we're gonna do the $5,000, 5,000 just once into the individual review transfer 5,000. Continue with the standard. I'm getting faster at this, guys. I know in the past videos I've just been taking my time and like just going through it slow. All right, so as you guys can see, it said deposit initiated. Covers the margin, and let's see what the account is looking like. I don't want to schedule. All right, so this sets the account over $40,000. We're currently sitting at $41,913. As you guys can see, that just changed. Not only did the account go from 36 to 41, but the margin, as you guys can see, the margin decreased from 65 to 1,500. And now our buying power is at 32,000. And I'm not too sure why it's saying our buying power is at 32,000, because it doesn't allow me to utilize that buying power. But I'll try. I'm trying to get to the bottom of why it does that. So it went from 22 to 32. So we're gonna be making some plays this week and seeing what we can do. But yeah, so let's go into the weekly. Okay, nothing really changes here, but let's look at all time where this account will peak at. This account will peak at 49,000 when we get back to the regular levels. Oh, hold on, wipe my nose. apologize. My allergies have been killing me. But yeah, it's well actually 53,000. Why did that change like that? Oh, 54. 54 is showing. And so yeah, this is what the account is looking at. Our risk went from 14 to 19, 14,000 to $19,000. And I'm trying to rebalance the account because I have too much. I'm over leveraged in crypto. I have too much going on in crypto. So I'm trying to balance and, acquire more stock shares. So my focus is going to be Nvidia or Nvidia, JetQ, Exxon, Tesla, Apple, and the rest of the SPHD and what is this, the AT&T stock. Yeah, so as you guys can see, we have a decent amount of AT&T stocks. So I want to be able to acquire 100 shares of that stock so I can start selling calls and making some money on a weekly basis or a monthly basis. All depends. And then I also want to acquire eventually 100 shares of Nvidia and start selling calls on that too. Same thing with JetQ, but JetQ I'm more so using for the dividends. And then as you guys can see, Exxon, I have 39.82 shares of Exxon. This is one of my more stronger dividend stocks. Let me show you guys the payout. Hold on. The payout is so my last dividend payout was $39. So I'm trying to bump that up, and I also sell calls on this stock. And then same thing goes for Tesla and Apple. And then SPHD is another one of my stronger dividend stocks. Let's see how much it's been paying me in dividends. Where are you? Okay, so it's been paying me $5.33 in dividends. Not too bad. I'm gonna make a separate video on the option plays that I'm going to be making in the account now that the account is sitting at $41,000. That gives me, I gotta take some time out to make sure I can make some decent plays and go from there. We'll get into the retirement. I'll show you guys what the retirement is looking like. As you guys seen from the last week, we crossed over into the $1,000 mark. So now we're at $1,116.37. This is pretty good in that. And my focus on this account is really going to be SCHD, JEPQ, and QQQ. The reason being I want to focus like this on the account is SCHD for stability and the dividend income, and then I'm going to focus on JEPQ for the growth and dividend income, and then QQQ strictly for growth because those are tech stocks. It's really tech heavy. You guys can see I have SPY, VU, Apple, Amazon, VTI. I haven't been investing in those anymore. It's just gonna be a focus on the QQQ, JEPQ, SCHD, those three ETFs from now on. And this account has been growing pretty well. Let's see how we've been doing on the week. Down almost $20, $19 to be exact on the week. And let's see the month, down $54 on the month. Let's see 3 months, down $87.95. So this is the account that I started out investing with this year. My contributions for 2024 as that maximum, that contribution maximum, what am I saying? The date for me to max out my contributions for 2024 has came and gone, so I can't invest for 2024 anymore, but I was able to invest $271 and I got an IRA match of 8.13. And as you guys can see, it's 6700 from the max. And then what I've invested in 2025, it's $897.43, and I've gotten an IRA match of $26.92. So as I told you guys within a couple previous videos, I was saying that I plan on I'm going to try my best to max out my contributions, but they give you until the end of tax season to max these contributions out. And then, as you guys can see, I still have the rollover in progress. So for the 401k, so you gonna see how that account is going to look like. I have a plan on how I'm going to invest the money I'm getting from the 401k, but we'll discuss that at a later date. Yeah, so let's go back to the account. Once again, we're sitting at $41,000. I think that's crazy that we crossed over into the $41,000 mark. So that's a new milestone. The next milestone we're going to try to make is going to be 45, and then after that we're going to hit that $50,000 mark. So you guys get to watch this journey as I grow this account. We're on the road to 100k. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to hit it by this year. God willing, we're able to, but we'll see. But yeah, this is O'Neil from Tapped In with O'Neil, and I'm signing out.